Thank you all for joining us. We appreciate your time as we discuss Scratchpay plans, a patient financing solution that allows your clients to get care now and pay later. Before we get started, I did want to communicate that Scratchpay plans in the US are issued by WebBank, while in Canada, they are issued by Scratch Financial Inc. Eligibility is required for these loan products, and Scratchpay plans may not be available in all states. Throughout our discussion, we will introduce you to Scratch Financial. I'll then walk you through the client application process, explore the range of plan types available through the Scratchpay platform, and detail what your practice will see on your end when a client is approved for and accepts a payment plan. After that, we'll take some time to explore the Scratch dashboard, including instruction on how to finalize or modify client payment plans, access reporting, manage dashboard users, and more. Plus, we'll discuss the guidelines for using Scratchpay marketing materials. We'll then check out some of the Scratch resources and support available to your team, and we'll end by discussing some best practices for recommending Scratchpay plans. At Scratch Financial, the goal is to provide access to transparent financing options for your clients. In short, Scratchpay plans allow your clients to divide the cost of treatment into more manageable payments over time, while your practice is paid up front. Here you see the simple 3-step Scratchpay plan flow. In step 1, your clients can conveniently apply for a Scratchpay plan from any internet-connected device, receiving an instant plan decision in most cases. In step 2, if approved, the applicant reviews, accepts, and e-signs for their selected plan. Then, your practice is notified via an email, and the approved Scratchpay plan will appear in your Scratch dashboard. And finally, for step 3, your practice will finalize the Scratchpay plan through your Scratch dashboard, and the funds will then be deposited into your designated bank account within 2 to 3 business days. The Scratchpay plan flow is built to be simple for your practice, but let's spend a bit more time keying in on each of those steps for greater visibility. We will start by walking through the client application process. To begin, prospective borrowers should visit scratchpay.com or scan the Scratchpay application QR code from one of our brochures. From that homepage, applicants will be prompted to provide their phone number. While seemingly minor, it is essential for them to use their personal number and not your practice number, as they will receive a text message that contains an authorization code on that device that they'll be required to enter to continue, which is highlighted in the confirmation code display. After successfully entering their verification code, prospective borrowers will be redirected to the main application page. The application itself requires completion of just a few fields of information, including full name, date of birth, address, salary, and email address. Applicants will also have to select a specific practice unless they are applying through your custom link, in which case that information will be pre-populated for them. The applicant will also need to provide the estimated procedure amount, so we recommend ensuring that clients have an accurate picture of total treatment costs when applying. Although not within view of this screenshot, at the bottom of the form, clients are provided with links to review the Scratch Financial and WebBank's terms of service, privacy policy, electronic communication agreement, and credit pull authorization. The client must also check a box that grants authorization for Scratch Financial to communicate with them via phone and email, as well as permission to conduct a soft credit check. After completing their application, if approved, prospective borrowers will be presented with their approved Scratchpay plans for review. On this slide, please see the different Scratchpay plans that may be available to approved applicants: Scratchpay 12 months and Scratchpay 24 months. It's important to keep in mind that the Scratchpay plans presented to applicants are always tailored to their unique credit profile and other information captured during the application process. Consequently, not all applicants will see the full range of plan types. They will only be presented with the plans that align with their individual approvals. This means that there might be instances where applicants encounter a selection of different plan types, while other times they may have only one option available or may be declined for financing altogether. The Scratchpay 12-month or Scratchpay 24-month plans are designed to provide access to extended payment options and the ability to finance treatment costs of up to $10,000. It's important to note that for these two plans, the interest rate is merit-based, unique to the client's credit profile. You may notice for our 12-month plan, we list a 6-month zero-interest prepayment offer, which I'll detail in just a moment. Please note that the 12 and 24-month plans require a $15 down payment. With Scratchpay plans, your clients will not incur any account fees, prepayment penalties, or impact to their credit score to apply. So clients can feel comfortable applying for a Scratchpay plan without the worry of it impacting their credit. Please note that after accepting a Scratchpay plan, your client's credit score could be affected if they fail to make payments on time. Because Scratchpay plans are not a revolving line of credit, borrowers have a 30-day time period for fund utilization. And if you're wondering, what happens if the plan expires and the client is still in need of Scratchpay funds? In that scenario, the client would simply reapply, taking about 15 seconds at scratchpay.com. The Scratchpay platform also provides access to a zero-interest prepayment offer, where approved applicants who opt into autopay on their Scratchpay plan can save on interest if they pay off their full principal amount within 6 months. In short, the zero-interest prepayment offer provides a credit for any interest paid to date on the final payoff if the balance is paid within the specified time frame. The zero-interest prepayment offer is not a deferred interest product. If a customer elects to not pay off their plan within the 6-month time period, they can continue making regular payments with interest until the plan is paid off over a 12-month time period. If your client elects to move forward, they will need to accept and e-sign their selected Scratchpay plan, initiating an email confirmation to your practice that looks like this. This email will include information about the approved client, the funding amount they've been granted, and the time frame in which they can utilize those funds. Conveniently, at the bottom of each email, you will also find a green button that links to your dashboard. To finalize a client's Scratchpay plan, or to access your Scratch dashboard for any other need, you will start by clicking that green Finalize button on a Scratchpay plan confirmation email we just discussed, or you can simply head to dashboard.scratchpay.com to gain access. If this is your first visit to the dashboard, just select Forgot Your Password and follow the prompts to gain access. Once logged in, the home screen itself provides an overview of your practice's Scratchpay plans, along with a search feature and category views for new, finalized, and rejected Scratchpay plans. Noted on each plan listing, you will see client name, date of application, fund availability period, and the approved plan amount. And if you're part of a veterinary clinic, you will also see the pet's name in parentheses. When you are ready to utilize a client's Scratchpay plan, start by clicking the green Finalize button to the right of the plan listing. A pop-up will prompt you to enter the amount the client wishes to apply to their Scratchpay plan, typically aligning with the invoice total at your practice. This action will also initiate the deposit transfer to your linked bank account. For plans already finalized, you can return within the open 30-day window, noted in your Scratch dashboard as the time until plan expiration, to adjust the total if the client returns for additional services such as a recheck appointment or additional medications, and consents to utilizing the additional amount of their Scratchpay plan to pay for the cost of care. To do so, simply click the white Edit button to the right of the plan listing, and a pop-up will ask you for the new total amount and a brief explanation for the adjustment. Confirm the change, and that adjustment will be sent for payment processing as a separate transaction. To properly utilize the Edit feature, be sure to enter the new total amount utilized on the Scratchpay plan, not just the additional amount the client wishes to add. The Edit feature can also be utilized to refund a certain portion of the plan if it was not used as intended. For reporting, your practice can utilize the Export feature on the right to set search parameters and download or print settlement and other plan reports as needed. To showcase a few of the other features on the Scratch dashboard, I'll shift your focus to the left-hand sidebar menu, which provides access to resources and settings. For newcomers, the Get Started tab provides quick training materials and allows you to link your bank account for direct deposit. The Training tab provides more in-depth resources, including an office guidebook for Scratchpay plans and access to on-demand training, as well as marketing materials, which is equipped with a digital welcome kit, periodically updated based on regulatory changes, printable resources, and other shareable assets. To be in compliance with state and federal laws and regulations, we do ask that you review and only utilize the approved assets found here, which are up to date with the current WebBank disclosure and Scratch branding. As part of our partnership with WebBank, and to comply with the ever-changing legal and regulatory landscape, Scratch may review and monitor your practice's website. So, be on the lookout for communications from our team regarding updates around marketing materials. Lastly, you will find the account management tools and settings under the Account tab. From here, you can download monthly statements, access account benefits, and see Scratchpay terms. From the Scratch dashboard, you can also add new account users under the Settings area or get support from the Scratch team at the bottom right or in the linked FAQ area. Pivoting back to the presentation, this slide highlights how Scratch Financial outperforms other financing alternatives on the market. We take pride in our reported higher approval rates and are honored to be the payment solution partner of choice by thousands of practice teams, earning leading marks in the areas of ease of use, training, and support based on a 2020 survey sent out to approximately 9,000 Scratchpay partners. Giving your clients access to learn more about our platform's payment plans is an important aspect. To aid in this, we've compiled a few ideas on how and where to best share information on Scratchpay plans, based on recommendations from other top practices, including a payment options tab on your website, your practice's social media presence, a QR code or link on your invoices, printed materials and brochures displayed at your practice, updating your on-hold messaging, educating your customer care team, and including information through blogs and newsletters. Displayed on the screen are several examples of typical conversations that often arise during appointment booking and treatment plan discussions. One involves a client feeling overwhelmed by the cost of care, while the other features a client inquiring about available payment plans. By offering access to financing options through the Scratch platform at your practice, you acquire an extra resource to provide assistance to clients facing these situations. Now, imagine the impact of incorporating these tips into your future conversations. How many times have you encountered clients asking to remove items from their treatment plan or requesting a delayed treatment timeline? By recommending that a client looks into a Scratchpay plan, you acquire an additional tool to assist your clients in exploring alternative payment options, thereby expanding their ability to access the treatment they desire. As we wrap up our presentation, let's address a few frequently asked questions. First, what happens if less than the full amount is used by the client? Answer: the client will only be billed for the amount they use. Should additional services be required, the practice will have a grace period to utilize the remaining approved amount. Second, how does the client manage their account? Answer: clients can easily manage their accounts through our smartphone app or log into our borrower portal. All necessary account management information is included in the confirmation email when the client secures financing. Third, what happens if a client doesn't make a payment on time? Answer: if a client misses a scheduled payment, we have a dedicated payment planning team that is committed to helping the client get back on track. Late fees may apply. And lastly, the client was declined and is asking us why. Answer: To prioritize client privacy, Scratch does not disclose when and why your client was declined for financing. However, we do ensure that every declined applicant receives an email explaining our decision and a pathway to reach out if they wish to discuss the decision in greater detail. As we wrap up our training, we want to impress upon you that throughout your journey with Scratchpay, we are on hand with the resources and support to assist you every step of the way. Whether you have questions about the platform or need assistance with a client's plan, our practice support team is available 7 days a week. You can reach out to us through chat, phone, or email, ensuring that you receive a timely and reliable assistance whenever you need it. Thank you for joining us today. We appreciate your time and partnership. When applying for a Scratchpay plan, applicants will encounter a clear and transparent disclosure outlining important terms and conditions. This disclosure includes information on down payments, interest rates, and repayment schedules, ensuring applicants are well informed about the financial aspects of Scratchpay plans. Scratchpay plans in the U.S. are issued by WebBank, while in Canada, they are issued by Scratch Financial Inc. Eligibility is required for these loan products, and Scratchpay plans may not be available in all states.